Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, this is the very first round of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championships. The 250 class was a good one. The 450 class, I think, was even better with a lot of great riding. And these three individuals round up on the top three steps today. Justin Barsha was able to pick up third. Marvin Muskin was second place. And Eli Tomac picked up the win. Start the questions off with Justin Barsha. Justin, Monster Cup last year. You showed up on a bike, all of a sudden you get a ride. Supercross comes, you put some great rides, an injury. Then we come out here and it looks like you haven't missed a beat. Take us through the afternoon here with the third.
Yeah, it was a good day. I had a lot of fun. The track was super rough. It was a little different than usual. It was a little more hard pack, a little more square edge. It's usually tilted a little deeper, but it was everyone had to ride it. There was some new sections which I enjoyed, the whoops and off camber too, which was cool, and had a good day with my bike. I made a few little changes here or there. Was super comfortable for the most part. The only issue was really me. I was a little tight in the early on parts of the races, but I'm happy with how the day went. With the third on the podium is great, and I think I have a lot to build on, which is a good thing.
Marvin Muskin, you were able to come across the line in second. I think that was a nice solid start to the year. Take us through a bit of your afternoon.
Yeah, it's the repeat of last year, I guess. And but the first round to get a second place, it's a good start. The second moto, I got squeezed off the start, and I was obviously me and Eli were like a little bit on the back. I'm like, man, it's gonna be a tough one, but I was able to come back to the lead, which is awesome. I am really happy about my riding, and it's the first race with the new bike of this year, and we're not too far off. Be 100%. So I'm looking forward to to next weekend, and glad I start the year off right, I would say, and try to get better next weekend.
Eli Tomac, from your rookie race, the first time you've turned pro, we celebrated a champagne shower down there, and here you are again, firmly in control of the season so far. So round one, 50 points. How's that feel?
It's awesome. It wasn't an easy day at all, though. Second start was not good at all. A huge moment over the tabletop, went flying off track a little bit. Luckily was able to get to the front pretty quick there, and had one little tip over too, but overall felt really good on my motorcycle. It was just an easy day on the bike. So when things are clicking, we can have days like we had.
I'd like to open it up now to questions from the media. Who'd like the first question?
Aaron with Racer X. This is for Eli. In that second moto, did you make a conscious effort to kind of drop the hammer in the second half? It looked like you really sped up.
It's tough to say. I just was able to ride, good the last 15 minutes. I was loose, and I never really got that tight today. So that was huge, especially for the first race here. So I just, was just riding comfortable.
Yeah, Dan, Moto XX. It's for all three of you guys. How tough is it coming from Supercross, just 2 weeks off, to get your motocross legs back and just get back to, racing outdoors?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too bad, really. Obviously, we'd like a longer break or something, but, this is just how it's been. This is how it goes, and this is what we do. So, you always want more time on the bike to get ready for outdoors and whatnot. You can never have enough time, I feel like. So, it's a little difficult, but it's like, it's what we do, and we've been doing it for a long time now, so we just kind of go with the flow.
Next question from the media. Okay, here's where we're at. We've gone to 250s. We're on 450. These guys have all been through one of the earlier rounds. They've taken us through their day, what they had for breakfast.
Okay, we haven't
Jason,
covered breakfast yet.
go ahead,
We haven't covered breakfast yet. Eli, you went faster after the fall. Did that fire you up? Did you get a sense of urgency, like, oh man, this might slip away? Because you started going into the 219s. Don't tell me that was already asked, was it?
No. Kinda.
I was comfortable, and I was able to just kind of keep creeping up the pace, and yeah, there was only one option, and that was to start pin it to try to catch back up.
Your starts looked good for like 3/4 of the start in both motos, and then what happened there going into the first turn? It didn't look like you got buried early.
You know, we just talked about that at the truck. We were like, you know, it was good for 3/4 of the way down the straightaway, and then I don't know if I was letting off or what. That was weird, but something I need to be better at that.
Oh, made it entertaining. Appreciate that. Marvin, you mentioned, and Blake mentioned it too, that you have new bikes. So how different is it? It seems old because you raced the whole Supercross season on it, but how big of an adjustment is it going to be here?
No, yeah, I mean it's it's coming out of Supercross. Obviously, it's a big change, but it's the first year we raced this bike outdoors, and obviously we tried and tested a little bit, but when you think about it, it's only been 2 weeks since Vegas Supercross, and but I think the bike is great. We a little tune-up here and here, and we'll be good. You know, I think, like I said, the riding was pretty good today, and we're not too far off, and we'll get better for sure.
You were battling Eli almost exactly like you were in the second moto last year. Did that run through your mind? It was even some of the same sections where you were battling each other. It was deja vu. Did it seem like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely think about it while I was out there, and I think it was first moto where we actually went off the half pipe exactly like last year, and I thought I was going to do the exact same move as last year, but it didn't work out like that, and Eli went a little higher than what I expected, and I couldn't make it happen over there. So, but anyway, I think it was fun to watch, and at least it was a little battle up front.
Eli, you won here last year and then had some bad luck at Glen Helen and had you dig yourself out of a hole. Is there anything you point at that you can say, if I can avoid this, this, and that? Is there anything under your control to try to build this momentum throughout the year where last year you were not able to do that? Is there anything you can change?
I mean, I don't know. Last year was kind of a fluke thing. I forget what it exactly was. A front brake again. That was just getting roosted, and I guess the only way you can control that is getting a hole shot. So that was just dirt bike racing.
Next question from the media.
I have a new bike as well, Jason. Just saying. No. I'm just letting you know I got a new bike. My bike's new. It's a new Yamaha. I know. No, it's good. No, it's great. It's just new. New model this year. It is new. I know you don't care about me, but I'm just letting you know it's new.
Next question from the media. Final question, and we'll wrap it up the way we did the 250s. They were concerned about some of the jump sizes they're building at Glen Helen for next week. They had mentioned it. What's your take as a collective group on what to expect there?
Yeah, they usually go way too over the top. It's kind of crazy, but I mean jumps are cool for sure. But like when you're racing 30 minutes plus 2 laps, sending it, it's not that cool really. But I mean, you guys can say too.
Yeah, I'm not all for it at all. Yeah, if you're by yourself cruising around, no big deal, having fun in the hills or something, you know. But there's 40 guys. There's no need for that, you know, for our racing. It's just not safe for anyone. Really not cool.
Yeah, actually, we talked about it. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. They built like big jumps, and he had the same conversation. So I don't know if they didn't hear us or something. But yeah, I saw on Instagram. Yeah, those big jumps, and I agree with those guys. It's fun maybe at practice, but when you race 30 minutes wide open, and especially if it gets rough, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but. Here there was a big triple and they took it off and they built whoops, so I don't know.
Whoops and stuff are much better. Maybe we can get like the AMA to have a look at the track when we go next week for press day, and we could all, you know, like kind of have a riders meeting and like talk about it before the race, and maybe we can like tone the stupid jumps down a little bit, make it safer. Especially it looks like if they build the jumps, like yeah, faces are like full on Supercross but double the size, so. It's not a tabletop. No. Yeah, tabletops are cool, but massive doubles like that are super dangerous, sketchy when they get kickers. We're not being prima donnas, but like those are big jumps.
We wrapped up the 250 press conference with this question as well, and I know it pertains slightly different to you, but Motocross of Nations coming to America. It's always a big thing, and it's only been here 4 times. If you were selected for the team, would you go? Justin?
I would send it.
Eli?
Yep, I'd be in.
And Marvin, if your country calls for you to answer the call, will you be there as well?
Yeah. I've raced Redbud years, so yeah, it'll be cool to go there for Marcos of Nation. I think if it has to, be Marcos of Nations here in the U.S., Redbud is the perfect track.
Well, these three individuals put on quite a show for us today. This is the top three in the 450 class. Eli Tomac had a perfect afternoon. Marvin Muskin, a great day. And Justin Barsha, welcome back up to the podium. Folks, we'll see you next week down in San Bernardino, California at Glen Helen.